This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, everyone, and let's get started to another day of Be Agile Scrum. Before we get started, I really want to appreciate your time you're giving over here. And you remember what one intention you have joined this. Only one intention is to get placed, not to get trained. Okay, so training is one of the pillar which is leading you towards the final goal of getting placed. If that is the goal requires to be protected. How you are going to protect your goal, that we often talk about before start of the class, and here once again I'm presenting you the 6 code of honor, and I request all of you to use this six code of honor, 6 pointers to protect your goal, so that you are always focused. Okay, so what is number one? The number one is that always show up live, even though you can catch up on the recording. That is always good. And but when you will show up live, you will create the light for what you are attending. And this is the another practice for you to be on time, be punctual, and be highly committed, because you will practice this. The same thing happen once you will get placed and you will start attending office or attending meetings and all. So why? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. I hope I am still audible. The connection has gone.
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah, properly.
thank you so much. At my end it was showing that connection has gone. um s- uh, Screen is visible as well, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much for confirmation. The second one is very important. Second one is being the full stack student. So on this path of getting place, this is instructor led free training. It says that you have to learn this, okay, before you use it. So when you are learning, you are a student, but you have to become a full stack student. What are the responsibility of full stack student? You have to do all the assignments. While you are doing all the assignment, you need to do your self research, because whatever you are learning over here, that is not only going to be self sufficient. And then repeat what you learned. Okay, so this is the golden mantra you should remember for your life. In fact, not only for this, but at any point of time in your life, you can use it. Repeat what you learned. That is going to make the dendrite connection in your brain very, 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 and very stronger. Okay, about those learning. The third core value is take the full responsibility. When you are taking the full responsibility, you are doing all the assignments. When you are doing all the assignments and following the rules at the T, you find the result is showing up towards the success. And when you don't do it, it shows the result towards failure. So when you take the responsibility of both the elements, that is success and failure, then you will be ready to take some directive action as well and corrective action as well. Means when you see that where you are going wrong, you can correct those part. And then how we will see this, how we will measure this. We can only measure this once you will take the full responsibility and do all the assignments you have been asked to do. The fourth one is having the mindset. So on this path of learning and on this path of getting place, you should have these four mindset of learning, positivity, going complaint free, and load yourself with the gratitude. Okay, remember the fifth one is to increase the receptivity. Start your day with the stranger secret, the audio I have given. I always recommend to listen to it for 30 days for 3 times, but it is not possible. I myself go twice, but I at least you should be doing it or consuming it once in a day when you start your day. And remember this golden quadrant of learning, that is whenever you are starting your learning, just declare before that. And once you declared and done with your learning, draw that whatever you have learned. And once you will draw that, I would request you to summarize it. How you can summarize it? There are various way, and one of the way we have adopted is to summarize it in a minute or two, whatever we have learned in video form, and publish it so that it is going to make you interview ready as well. So we are getting into the learning mode now, and I would request you to declare. So are you ready for the first day of the declaration? First declaration of the day. Are you ready for this? And how you are going to do this? At the count of three, you are going to give a self high five, that is a form of clap, and you are going to repeat the highlighted sentence on the screen. Can you see the highlighted sentence on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So at the count of three, give a self high five. 1, 2, 3, and go. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick
What others
learner.
can learn.
What
What
others can
learn.
learn and master, I too can do that.
I
do
can
that.
do that.
Yes. And once again, at the count of three, you are going to repeat the next sentence with the self high five. That is your clap. 1, 2, 3, and go. Because I am an awesome learner.
Because
Today's learning is going to be super duper easy to me.
Super duper easy to me.
Yes, this learning is going to be super duper easy to you. Why? Any answer? Because you said so. Okay. So sixth one is that be a giver. And when you are learning, keep your ego away. Okay, give your ego away on the path of learning. And when you will do that, you will inculcate the habit of exploring more. Otherwise, you will have, and anyone will have this habit that I know and I don't need to explore. But when you will giver, you will make yourself more spiritually grounded. And when you are making yourself spiritually grounded, I would request each individual to have an intent of doing the charity from whatever the source of earning you have. It could be, if right now or even later, you can decide some percentage out of it and give away to some charity wherever you believe in. Okay, why you need to do that? Because when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And just don't give to grow, but give to inspire others as well. And when you are doing so, remember to appreciate what you do and what others do for you. And remember, every single step is the preparation for the next step. So even what does not happen to you, be appreciative for that. Why? Because what you appreciate appreciates you. So on this note, I am going to ask you, how many of you had done the assignment? I know that Archita has done. So Archita, great effort for that. Can we have a round of applaud for Archita, because she has done
Absolutely. Very well done, Archita.
Very
We were
well.
so happy to look at
Thank
your
you.
video.
Thanks everyone.
Very nice.
wonderful. So let's appreciate, because what you appreciate appreciates you. Tomorrow you can attract the clap for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So let's go to the slide. So how many of you have listened to the recording, The Stranger Secret? I know that you have asked for the audio and I shared with you. So have you started doing so? Listening to the...
I have started, but it didn't end.
Okay, okay. So start it. You can put it in 2x mode if required, and then you can finish the 40 minutes in 20 minutes itself. Benson says started. Great, Benson. Thank you so much. Excuse me to my throat. So yeah, I have again shared the screen. So we have discussed so far what we have discussed.
Gaurav, would you be okay if I continue this?
Yeah,
Agile
sure.
Mindset?
So I'll
Yes.
just give what we have covered so
Sure,
far,
sure.
and then so we have just seen the agile intro and business practice, the framework, and we have talked about the assignment. We have seen the profile of GuruSchools, and your introduction and about us. And today we are getting into Agile Manifesto in a glance, more in detail, apart from the 4 values. And we will also learn the tools for practicing Agile. So yeah, Prerna ji, over to you. We can start from here. I think the initial 4 was done.
Yes, the first slide was done. But I would just request you to go to the slide first.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. This is the first one, right? Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So yeah, so again, a warm welcome to all of you. And as always, I would request each one of you to read out one principle so we can have a quick recap of what we learned last time. Okay. So we can start with Archita. Archita, please read out the first one.
Yes. Agile principle. Customer satisfaction through early and continuous software delivery. Customers are happier when they receive working software at regular intervals rather than waiting extended period of time between releases.
Thank you so much. Okay. So we did learn about this, that Agile is all about giving the continuous delivery to the customer, giving continuous workable solutions where the customer is comfortable and happy to see the results on a typical interval, right? Instead of waiting for an entire year, within 15 days or 1 month, whatever the sprint time is, we are delivering the what was confirmed as per the earlier requirement, that this much portion or this much workable solution that can be application, your websites, that will be delivered to the customer. So that is one point. Second one, anyone please read out.
I can do.
Yeah.
Accommodate changing requirements throughout the development process. The ability to avoid delays when a requirement or feature request changes.
Yes. So this was also quite self-explanatory. It says that we need to accommodate changing requirements throughout the development process. As agile environment is very dynamic, it's ever evolving, ever changing. So whenever there is a new requirement, new and crucial requirement, it's not that we have to take all the new requirement that is important, that is a must by the customer, that is considered and taken into the account and worked upon. So that is what we learned last time, that it does involve, it is considered, and it's throughout the development process. So entire development journey, whenever there is something new requirement, as per the client, once that is confirmed by your senior management, your seniors, your team, it is within your cost and timelines, then we go ahead and work on it. Okay. Yeah. Next point, please.
A frequent delivery of working software.
Uh-huh.
Scrum accommodates this principle since the team operates in software sprints or iterations that ensure regular delivery of working software.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we work on 2 to 3 week sprints and smaller intervals, the delivery of working software, working application, website development, that happens throughout the process, and customer keeps reviewing it, giving their feedback. So that is what it means by saying frequent delivery. Thank you so much, Suchna. And then the
I have a
last point,
question.
Nishnaji, will you
I
please
have a
read?
question, Prerna.
Sorry.
I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, so we are delivering, like, it's job to deliver software or the uh, product, like
It is
the
it is
what?
it is both. It is both. It depends on how you call it, right? If it is an enterprise software, like you have this MS Office, right? Microsoft Office package in your laptop or in your machine that has Excel, Word, PowerPoint. So this kind of products are called these kind of softwares are called product. Okay, that's a Microsoft product. So if you're working on such big product, that's called as a product. But then if you work on small functionality, like if you're working on a website, if you're working on some application or for your mobile, say some application like Uber or stuff like, or some or some food delivery app. That's called an app or application. So that can be a software. So when there is a enterprise solution like MS Office or other softwares which you have on your machine, particular some gaming software or some designing software, those kind of softwares are called product because they are product by a particular team. Say Oracle, say Microsoft, say IBM. So they are called IBM product or Microsoft product. So products are always bigger. They have a lot of functionality. They evolve over a period of time, and they are so from a certain company, they have their trademark, whereas software or website or application means that's a particular ask of that client, and it is customized like that. Products are normally standardized, right? For example, Microsoft Word has same functionality in your laptop and in my laptop, right? In everybody's laptop, it has the same functionality. But a particular application, maybe an application like Uber, it can be customized if any different customer asks for it. So that way, am I clear, Suchana?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Nishaji, will you please read out the last one, please?
Yes. Collaboration between the business stakeholders and developers throughout the project. Better decisions are made when the business and technical team are aligned.
Absolutely well said. So this means when business teams and the development team, they all work hand in hand. They all work, in coordination with each other. We get the best possible result, and it is very much required that everybody has to be on the same page in an organization. Okay, so that's why collaboration between stakeholders and developers. Stakeholders can be everything, starting from your senior management, everybody in within your company, even to the client. Client is one of the stakeholders. If everybody agrees and they are comfortable on a one particular decision, that really helps in going for a smoother delivery and smoother project completion. Okay, so this was a quick recap of the points we learned last in the last session. So Gaurav, would you please go to the next slide?
Yes, I'm on the next.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'll just again request, we can have the same order starting with Archita. Please read out this first point.
Yes, support, trust, and motive the people involved. Motivated teams are more likely to deliver their best work than unhappy teams.
Yes. So don't you think this is true for everybody? This is true for every human being on this planet, that whenever we are motivated, we perform better, we deliver better. So the motivation is such one factor wherein it keeps your energy high, it keeps your hopes high, it ensures that we are working or we are giving our best. This is what this principle says, that support, trust, and motivate the people involved. So all the people working in this project needs to be supported, and trust factor is one of the very essential core element of this overall process. We'll come to that in later sessions where we work on how actually agile works, how the team building process works. So all the people have very good amount of trust with each other. They are supportive and definitely motivating to it towards each other, and that really helps in delivering the best quality to the customer and to all the stakeholders. Okay, so try to remember this, and this point is overall applicable to everybody, not only specific to agile, though it's an agile principle, because it is so important. So it's a very, very good point to remember for all of us. Yeah, next point, Benson, please. Benson, you're on mute. You didn't message something? Okay.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Agile processes to support a consistent development pace, team Teams establish a repeatable and maintainable speed at which they can deliver working software, and they repeat it with ease release.
Okay, you read out the last point. It was supposed to be a second point. Fine. So agile processes to support a consistent development pace means in agile, as we already shared, that there are sprints. Sprints are time duration. It's like 15 weeks, 2 weeks sprint, 4 weeks sprint. So it's a time duration for that particular amount of task. Okay, consider it that way. So what happens because of this, we have a particular time period and we have given some amount of deliverables, so those are to be developed in that time. So we have enough planning and enough time duration for that work. So and because this is a typical pattern that is being repeatable, the speed of delivery is maintained. Means when you know that you have to complete a certain task in certain time, and that's a regular thing. Like for example, if you have to create a business requirement document in 2 days, and that is your job throughout, so you become comfortable in it. Your speed, your working style, your every delivery approach, that becomes regular to you, so you become kind of expert in it. So that is what happens. Teams establish a repeatable and maintainable speeds at which they can deliver the software. So they know that team is aware that they have 4 weeks of time, and they need to complete say 40 tasks. So they assume, they know that they have to finish 10 tasks in a week. Okay, so they plan accordingly. Their working speed, the delivering speed is all kind of planned, and it works well. So this is what happens when we have a particular schedule and plan. Everything goes very smooth because people know what is expected out of it. Development team knows what they have to complete and deliver. So they work accordingly. Okay, this is it. So next, second point was second and third points are pending. So yes, we will follow the same order. Suchana, will you please read out the second point?
Yeah. Enable face-to-face interactions. Communication is more successful when development teams are co-located.
Yes. Now, communication, I think everybody will agree to it. As humans, for us also, communication is very important. Talking face to face, talking clearly, without any confusion is very important. And what they insist on, that if the team is at the same location, it's very helpful. So that is one of the important criteria of agile, that they so it's not a compulsion. I have worked in agile setup wherein the teams were geographically at different locations because of the project was spread across continents or across cities. But given a situation in agile, it is expected, or it is kind of preferred, to have your team in same location. Then everybody can be together, can talk openly, directly. So that kind of even increases your team bonding and collaboration. So that is why it's mentioned that it is it becomes more successful because the overall output increases when you work together, when you're located in the same location, same office, and your overall collaboration increases, your delivery increases, and it is more successful. That doesn't mean people in different locations are not working fine. They're also working fine, but you also know, right? When we are at the same location, when your office friends are working together, that's overall a different environment, right? You talk to each other, you have small breaks, you have some small talks, you encourage each other, you help out each other in case of any doubts, or any, in case they are stuck. So that is all happens when you are at the same location. So that is why they encourage being in same location. Yeah, Nishaji, the last point, please. Third point, please.
Working software is the primary measure of progress. Delivering functional software to the customer is the ultimate factor that measures progress.
Absolutely right. And this is the key of agile. though we talk about we have this much plan, we have this many resources, we have to do in that, that's all said and done. But the ultimate measure of success or the measure of achievement is we have to deliver a working software within that period of time. And if that is done, and if the customer is comfortable, they're happy, they accept whatever has been delivered, then that's your measure of progress or success. Okay, so it's like, for example, just a rough example. Imagine we have to develop similar product like Microsoft Office, wherein you have to have applications like Microsoft Word, Microsoft PPT, Excel, or similar product. And you as a team has delivered that. Okay, in first month we'll deliver an Excel lookalike feature. That. So once you deliver that after 30 days, after a 4 week sprint, or maybe, that is your measure of success, that is a measure of progress. Okay, I've worked on that, now I'll go ahead and work on other application or other part of this product. You get my point? So said and done everything, but when you actually deliver to the customer, you hand it over to them, they test it, they give their feedback, they check every aspect of it, every functionality. And once they give you a go ahead, a green light, yes, we are good, we liked it, it's working fine as expected, that is the time you can say, yes, I have progressed, this is done, now we can go to the next point. So you understand, from every angle, customer delivery is always at the top. That holds the highest responsibility, highest, I would say, importance. Okay, so anybody has any doubts in this slide, please ask if you have any doubts. No, are we good, guys? You can say we are good, because hello.
All good.
No
Yes,
doubts.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I like when you guys respond, so we understand where we are going. Great. Gaurav, would you please go to the next slide? Yes, let's have the same order. Archita, you start with your first point. Yeah.
Technical detail and design enhances the agility. The right skills and good design ensure that the team can maintain the pace, constantly improve the product, and sustain change.
Yes. So what they have mentioned, attention to technical detail and design enhances agility. So when you give due importance and attention to what the design of the application or product is, what is their technical details, that means what kind of backend and operating systems, what kind of software, how it will look and feel, what kind of front end, so all the technical part of it, uh, what kind of web services you want to use, what kind of database you want to use. So all these technical decisions, once they're taken properly, and your design means, before you do, like, you must have seen that architecture design of any new home or any new building, how they have the sketch of the design, how this building or how the house will look. So similar way, we have this design concept in software development life cycle, wherein it's a very important phase where we actually design how the system will work, how the application will flow, what is its requirement, what all functionality is involved, right? How it will react, how the response of the application will be. Once I click on submit button, what all data will be submitted. When I click on get report, what kind of report I will get. Just a hypothetical example I'm trying to give you. So in that situation, if we have a proper design, the rate or the percentage of success of achieving that really goes very high. So that is why they say attention to technical detail and design enhances agility. It helps to deliver at a faster pace and at a better software. So this point. Benson, will you read out the next point, please?
Simplicity.
Yes.
Develop just enough to get the job done for right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think everybody will relate to that, agile is very specific. Okay. Agile process focuses on delivering everything with the respect of what is asked for. Okay. See, understand, we already have a very limited period of time. 2 weeks and 4 weeks, trust me, from a software development life cycle time, it's quite a shorter period because we have project for 6 months, for year, for years. So of the amount of time involved is always very high. But with agile, we're talking about 2 to 3 to 4 weeks of sprints. Okay, those are such shorter sprints. So in that situation, we have to focus on what is asked by the customer. You can be definitely wishing, you will wish or you want to deliver something more, just that the customer will be happy, or just as an add-on brownie point to the customer. But trust me, it's many a times within such shorter period of time, you have to stick to whatever is asked. So it's like what the customer has asked, keep it simple, do not have any more confusion in it, and develop that. So that is the basic requirement, or that is one of the important principles of Agile. Okay. Yeah. Next point, please.
Self-organizing teams encourage great architectures, requirements, and designs. Skilled and motivated team members who have decision-making power take ownership, communicate regularly with other team members, and share ideas that deliver quality products.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for reading out. So, see, we have an entire session on discussing this, that self-organizing and teams. This is one of the fundamental and very important principle. So, and I think we've mentioned in earlier sessions also that all these Scrum teams, they're highly efficient and they're self-organized. So that means even if there is no supervisor, even if there is no someone at times to supervise them, still these teams will work properly. These teams will work well because they're highly motivated, they're highly skilled. Okay, they uh they they are they're the best in their work. So these people, when we work with such kind of people, what happens, that in turns results in great architecture, uh, very good designing, very good requirements gathering. So what happens when we have a really good amount of people with good skill set, the overall quality of the delivery increases. So one second. Yeah, I just reconnected my Wi-Fi. Yeah. So, what happens when you have such highly skilled team members in your team? The delivery, the decision power, the work ethics, everything, is at the best level. Everybody is responsible. They take ownership of their work. Their communication is very well. There is no, confusion in their work. Everything is delivered very smoothly and very properly. Okay. So that is this. This is a very important point. Self-organizing teams. We will again, learn about it in detail in upcoming sessions. But right now, this much is, good for your understanding. Yeah. Last point, Nishaji.
Regular reflections on how to become more effective. Self-improvement, process improvement, advancing skills, and techniques help team members work more efficiently.
Yes. So this is true for all of us. Whenever we work on something, we always like to have the feedback of that work. Like, okay, how was it? No, did we work properly? Did we deliver properly? Was anything more expected out of it? Even when we have a small party at home, we'd ask our close friends or family, hey, how was the food? How was the preparation? How was the decoration? And did you like it? So it's like a basic human nature. When we get proper feedback and when we reflect on things, when we revisit on whatever we have worked on, we become more effective. So we can first of all learn that what we worked on was done properly. If in case if what it was not done properly, we can focus on it in the next time, or we can focus on what all things we have to develop. So imagine it's like if you have to work on your personal skills or your communication skills, that comes in self improvement. Process improvement means you have to work faster. Maybe development team needs better speed. Then testing team has to work with development team for the testing. They have to work in collaboration. So all these things we understand when we reflect, when we take a feedback of whatever we have worked on. So this is applicable in your personal life also, like especially with women or any chefs in the house. When you work, when you cook something, we're always very eager to ask, hey, how it has turned out, how is the taste, did you like it, or in case if you're doing some renovation the house, then you'll call your close friends, your close family members, and you ask, hey, how do you feel, how does it look, or so things like that we always do in our real life also. So this is one of the integral part of Agile, wherein we have to have a regular reflections, regular time intervals feedback, where you understand how your work is going in which direction. So any doubts in this slide? I know they are quite self-explanatory still, because they're so important. We focus so much on them. So yes, anything on this? Any doubt, guys?
No doubt.
Achha, Benson, Suchna, Nisha ji, anybody?
No.
No, no doubts.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm already getting a feeling that you guys are getting a good grip on it. Yes. Yeah. Gaurav, would you like to take this slide? Agility in project?
Yes. Thank you so much, Prerna for
Okay.
explaining the principle in details, and thank you everyone for reading them out and getting the understanding. So now understand this part, that since we are talking about agility, um, there is much more beyond the agility, and just to get the mastery and the expertise on that, for that matter of the fact, we have um, various various certifications. So a couple of them are listed over here, and few things which are also the framework you would understand over here. Say for example, you can see here Kanban, DevOps, even these are the certification apart from along with the framework. So you need to learn them when you are learning the agility, and to prove the delivery, speed delivery and continuous delivery, small to bulk agility is encouraged in every project. Okay, because these certifications, just now I have just read two, Kanban and DevOps. Along with that, there are ACP certificate, PMI SFE certificate, Scrum in different level types of masters. Scrum Master is one of the certification, but they have got the levels also. Then product owner certification, and developer certifications, then P4MA certification, that is Agile Adaptation of the Inter-American Development Bank, and other new levels of certification. Even if I'll talk about the certification, then the Scrum Alliance has different Scrum Master certification, PMI has different, but they only talk about one core value, one core principle of the Scrum mastery. Okay, and then it further you can go towards being the agile coach, agile leader, and enterprise coach. And Scrum has got the Scrum advanced mastery, and there are number of certification that simply proves your credibility. More certified you are, at a point of time you will be ready to coach the enterprise as well. So these are the few. So if you feel like any point of time doing some certification and get the credibility of being a agile project manager or agile product owner, so you can be one of them by doing these suitable certification. And remember, for any certification there is a body of knowledge and there is some standard protocols that we need to follow. We need to complete some PDUs. PDUs are nothing but some certain hours of study or module we need to complete, and then we are eligible to crack the or to appear in the examination. And once we appear in the examination, based on the result, the certificate is awarded to us. So this is the simple process. So let's understand something more are left out. Yeah, no. So I now let me tell you about the some tools of practicing agile. Now remember, until unless you don't understand what core concept, what is the word core concept? Yeah. So until unless you don't understand them, then you don't understand them, then the tool will remain the trap for you. But the moment the more clarity start coming up, the tool will become the biggest help for you. So in that matter of the time, so there are some tools which are widely used in the corporate sector, in the IT industry. Okay, these are one of those tools. Okay, like Jira. These Jira is a tool, is a project management tool, is a test management tool, is a development tool. It solves multiple purpose. Okay, so Jira is one of the widely used tool. It is a product of Atlassian. Then Asana is there, Trello is there, another widely used tool. Axosoft is there, Zoho Sprint is there, Rick is there, iScrum is there, Tiger is there, Scrumpy, Handsoft, Utrack. Like so what all these tools are like, for communicating with you, we are using one tool. Which tool we are using, guys, with for talking to you right now?
You
Zoom. Yeah,
Zoom,
absolutely.
Zoom.
Yes, thank you. So like Zoom is one of the tool and this is a bridge, okay, connecting you with us. In the similar manner, Jira is a bridge that will connect all the stakeholders together. Okay, along with what? Along with the project. Okay, so project on which you are working, you will remain connected and you will continue to get the clarity of what and how the things are getting progress further. Did you understand how tool are useful and what how they are bridging you with the project? Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So on this note, what I generally request you guys, pick any one tool of your interest. Okay, and as an exercise, apart from whatever you have understood, you are going to summarize that, and that's the assignment, that is the preparation for next you once get placed how will look. Okay, so that's why we ask you for the summary 1 minute or 2 minute. But apart from that, one exercise, excuse me, yeah, so apart from this one exercise, I would tell, pick one tool, and what you will do, you will go and explore. Just you can sign up with that tool for free trial and see how does it look like, what does it happen. So which tool you are going to choose? Should I share, or you can pick one?
Jira.
Okay, Jira, definitely go ahead and look that how does it look like, how does it work. You can just do your self research onto that. Okay, so you can pick Jira or iScrum, anything. Okay, so yeah, so now on this note I want to move further.
So,
Just
Gaura, I have a question.
yes.
So, we need to do Google from where we get that information.
Yeah, so Jira is a tool, as I said, right? So when you will
Yes.
Google it out, Jira, so it will give you the option to create your account in the Jira. Okay.
Okay.
And when you will create account with the free trial, say for example 15 days free trial or whatever it is given, so during that point of time you will be able to explore. You will have 15 days in your hand, and then you will be able to explore that how does this Jira work. Why I want you to explore that? Because more you will explore, the more confident you will feel about that tool, and tomorrow if it comes in front of you, you can just prove that you have really worked on this means there you will have the facility to do something as a part of demo as well. Okay, so
Okay.
that's the reason I want you to explore those things. Okay, so yeah, let me bring the another flip chart for you. So with this point of after stating this, we are entering into the new topic. So let me pull the topic, in fact, view. Yeah, so just now we have seen the principles and values and agility in the projects, and what all the certifications you can do, what all the, let me see if I can reshare the screen. Okay, any further question apart from what just now has been asked? So if not, then I can move further. So
So
yeah.
we have to just look for the software.
Yeah. Just you Google it out, Jira, and then you will have the clarity. You will just create. See, there are two type of Jira tool. One is the cloud-based version. One is the standalone version. So now everything is moving towards the cloud-based, means web-based application you will be able to access. In future, I will even share that how this Jira looks like or something, so that you will have more understanding and more you feel confident about it. But for now I want you to explore by your own, because the when you are not knowing something, you can explore it at total detail level. But when you know something, then you limit your thought and you limit your exploratory attitude. Okay, and that's why before I can tell you, I want you to go ahead and explore that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Gaurav, I have one more question.
Yes, please.
So, in previous slide, you just tell about certification.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to do that.
See, if you'll do that, that is the added advantage, added value. Sometimes what
Okay.
happens, say for example, I'll give you two, three examples. Okay. Uh,
Mhm.
One person required developer, Java developer. Okay.
Okay.
And one company require Java certified developer. Okay. Both are
Mm.
developer, but somewhere certifications are demanded. Okay. The person can do certification. Okay. Sometime people look for the Scrum Master. Sometime people look for certified Scrum Master. They should have the certification of CSM. Okay. Third example, few people require tester in their company, but few people require the tester should be ICTQB certified, or some different level of CEST certification has been done by that person. So there is a role, and to designate to that role, there are some awards and recognition. If you have taken that, that is the added advantage. Okay.
Okay. So there is lots of certification here. So you can tell us which one is which particular one we can do and go ahead.
So it depends upon what exactly role you want to take. Okay. Say
Okay.
now I can tell you there are, in fact, once you get into IT, you can do n number of certification. So first you
Yes.
will have to identify where you are landing. So what I mean to say for example, I have to become Scrum Master. Okay. Then there
Okay.
is a Scrum Master certification is there. I can do CSM. Okay. Even though I did CSM certification, say for example, I landed to become a Scrum Master in one of the IT division of banking sector. Okay. Are you following?
Okay.
That time
Yes.
I will decide that even in banking, there are multiple certification I can do. Okay. If I land up in the insurance, so in the
Mhm.
insurance sector, there are multiple certification that I can do. Okay. So
Okay.
that advances and strengthen your credibility more, and that's why certification are endless, and uh, opportunities are endless, and you can just choose whether you will do or not.
Um,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So, what you recommend us?
So where you want to land up, what you want to
Um,
become, Scrum Master or business analyst, or what is your goal?
I'm looking for the Scrum Master.
So the very first certification for Scrum Master is Certified Scrum Master, that is CSM. So at least do that. Okay. So whatever study you will get from here, so those will add value to you. But apart from that, I would suggest that when once your study will be done over here, and even in parallel, what you can do, like I know in from the previous batch, people used to get on to the LinkedIn, and there also some open courses used to be there. They used to complete some courses and some certification what LinkedIn used to offer. Okay. So those
Okay.
strengthen their intellect, and finally they also appear for the CSM examination. So yeah, this is how you can choose. You can have a goal of completing CSM. And remember, these certification are done by the core, what we call, so core body of the role. Okay, say for example, for we are talking about CSM, Certified Scrum Master certification, that you will get from Scrum Alliance. So for when you are doing from Scrum Alliance will demand you to complete certain modules. Okay, they would charge you
Okay.
something, they would charge for the certification and registration and all. And the same will happen, like apart from Scrum Alliance, from PMI as well. Okay, so they are different bodies. Okay. So in
Okay.
some places they recommend to Scrum Alliance, at some places they recommend PMI, at some places both are recommended, because both are the internationally known certifications. Yep.
Yep.
Did I answer?
Yes.
Thank you. So let's move further.
Gaurav
Yes, yes.
this is one-time certification or you have to repeat it every 3 years or something?
Yeah, so these are the licenses, in fact. So you will have to repeat it. Okay. So some certifications are valid for 3 years, some are for even a year. So you need to upgrade that. Okay. So if you are one time CSM, Certified Scrum Master, I guess that will be valid for 2 years, up to 2 years to maximum 3 years. And after that, again, you need to renew your license. So for that, there will be some nominal charge, because you are showcasing the world that you are still Certified Scrum Master from somebody, right? You're presenting that, and to continue doing that, you need to renew your license by appearing in the renewal examination. Yeah, there are for
Okay.
that even normal fee are there. Okay.
And for
All
Thank you.
right.
project management, which one is good?
Could you please repeat, what did you say?
For project management, which one is good?
So, project management, I would suggest, if you are planning to do, keep in mind that you will start with the Prince, and then have a target of doing Prince 2 certification. Then different certifications are there. Ultimately, PMP is there. Okay. But yeah, definitely for that preparation also, you can take the help of LinkedIn. Go to the LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, there are various modules available that will keep on adding to your credibility, that you are now eligible for new layer and new expertise of the project management. Okay, so that is the best way in today's era to get started with and get certified for. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So let's move further. So now Agile and Scrum. So this is always a question: is Agile and Scrum are the same? Because the moment we talk about Agile, we also talk about the Scrum, and people do get confused about it. So let's understand what is the key difference. So key difference between Agile and Scrum is that Agile is a project management philosophy which utilizes a core set of values or principles, and Scrum is a specific Agile methodology. One is philosophy, another is what? Methodology. And this methodology is used to facilitate a project. So that is the first key difference. Did you register this? So Agile is what? Agile is the philosophy, uh, and Scrum, Agile is a methodology. Sorry, let me repeat this. The key difference between Agile and Scrum is that Agile is a project management philosophy which utilizes a core set of values. See, anywhere in any new concept, for a concept, core set of value is very, very important. Do you remember when we started last week, we looked at 4 values? Do you remember that? Who still remembers? Then we landed where 4 values and then 12 principle. Do you still remember this? Because just now,
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
So in the similar manner, for when we are talking about Agile being a project management philosophy, that utilizes a core set of value and principle. So the main entire system built upon these core values and principle. Okay, where Scrum is helping it out. Okay, so Scrum is helping it out to facilitate a project. And what is Scrum? We will explore little bit little bit sooner when we'll. So just to let you know, Scrum is a kind of a framework. Okay, what is it all about? We will also look at it soon. So now understand at the second point what it says, that Agile is a continuous iteration of development and testing in the software development process. Okay, so here iteration is the word. Okay, so iteration of development and testing in the software development process, whereas Scrum is an agile process to focus on delivering the business value in the shortest time. So in nutshell, when I would say that giving small chunk of a bigger portion again and again and again and again until we complete the entire portion of the uh, um, bigger task. Did you get that? And that's how that happens. That happens by following Scrum. Okay, so in nutshell, it is iteration development. So how many of you have eaten a big bar of Cadbury chocolate? How many of?
Me,
Yeah,
me.
and there are multiple bricks inside that, right? In the bigger bar.
Yes.
And you break one bar, consume that. You break you break one brick, you consume that. You break one brick and consume that. So this is breakable small pieces are there, which is giving you which are facilitating you to consume it as a whole in a bit by bit manner. Okay, so this is how we also deliver a project, and that happens in the shortest time. When you'll decide to consume the entire Cadbury chocolate at once, it will take time, say for example 10 minutes. Okay, but if you decide 3 bricks I'll break and will consume, within few minutes that will be done. Okay, so very less time. So this is just an example came up. Yeah, so that's how I'm trying to bring about this Agile and Scrum in front of you. Scrum is a framework utilizing an agile mindset for developing, delivering, and sustaining complex projects. So as we started with, three secrets of agility is there, is intent, mindset, and soft skill. So when we are talking about mindset, so agile itself is a mindset. Okay. So here, developing, delivering, and sustaining complex product, and continuous delivery, when that becomes the intent, then always you will have the agile mindset of delivering. Okay, with an initial emphasis on software development. It has been used in other fields including research, sales, marketing, and advanced technology. In fact, everywhere this approach, that will take one step, will consume that step, will move to the next step, and accordingly we will see that we have completed a milestone. Okay, we have completed a miles. Okay, sprint by sprint by sprint, we completed one race. Okay, and that's how, and that's why even a sprint is a keyword important in the Scrum. Okay, we will get into more detail of it while we have understood so far agile being a philosophy and Scrum being a methodology to facilitate the agile agile projects. Okay, with the agile mindset, let's get into detail of it like this. So understand this, what is agile. So agile is, instead of can you see the circle over here, a semicircle? It's just a curve, a C. Yeah. So the C has got a trail, right? So one small trail can help you to form a bigger C, or bigger drawing, or bigger portion of a bigger picture. Okay, so small pieces are very important to make a big picture in front of you. Okay, so the trails cannot be missed out, because these are the trails which made you possible to draw this entire sea. Okay, so let's get into more detail what it says. The distinction between sprint and scrum. So now the sprint word has come. The between sprint and scrum is that they are two linked but different terms. Scrum is a framework often used in agile methodology, and sprint is a part of Scrum's framework. Okay, so let me clarify for you. Understand sprint as a time duration. What is that? Sprint is what?
Time duration.
Exactly. So can we say together, can we say it aloud? Sprint is what?
A time
The
duration.
time duration.
Exactly. Thank you. And Scrum is just a framework. Like Scrum, there are multiple frameworks, like pair, pair programming is a framework, XP, extreme programming is framework, like Kanban is a framework, Scrum One is framework. And we will be in this track, we will be learning majorly Scrum as a framework. Okay, there could be multiple framework, one framework we have picked, but still we will also learn that what all different types of framework in the coming days. Okay, how they get, how they operate. So Scrum gives meetings, tools, and roles, while a sprint is a defined period of creating a feature. Okay, you see here, defined period is nothing but a time duration. So Scrum is a subset of Agile. Okay, it is lightweight process framework for Agile development and the most widely used one. Okay, so why lightweight is important? Because in the last talk or last session you have seen, and even in Archita's summary we have found this, that importance of going agile, because earlier when the software used to come for the customers, they used to become a very cumbersome project, heavy softwares. Okay, and today is the demand of lightweight softwares. Okay, lightweight software means one tap installation, and easy to use, easy to get guided, and everyone love that. The moment you are looking for some substitute, and you would find the moment you are looking for some say for example, you are working in Excel. Okay, in Excel, some for calculation you wanted some software. Okay, say for example, if you calculate the tax, there are 3 4 5 small utilities are there. Using that you can file the tax. But what exactly happens, it also should suit your ease of use. Okay, so the moment you will find that something is making or creating complication in your calculation, you will simply discard it, and you will approach towards the simple and easy to understand and easy to calculate utility, right? Which one you will follow, the easy to understand and easy to calculate one, or which will comes with a lot of complexity? Which one you will follow?
Easy to.
The easy
Yeah,
one.
the easy one. And that's what this Agile facilitates you with. Okay, the Scrum facilitates you with. So it makes the things easy, lightweight. Okay, and the most widely used it becomes, and that's why in Agile you hear most of the time Scrum instead of the Kanban. Have you heard this term Scrum earlier? Agile and Scrum?
No.
No. Okay. So because you have come here, the moment you will get into the industry, okay, the moment you will start working in corporate, so you will most of the time use start listening Scrum and little less Kanban. Okay. And even little lesser Scrum one. Okay. So Scrum has been widely used framework. Now it is particular set of practices that must be followed in order for a process to be consistent with this framework. Like the Scrum process framework requires to use the development cycle called sprints. The XP framework require pair programming. So just now, a while ago, I talked about XP. Okay, so XP is also one of the framework. So just now we are knowing the names of the frameworks. Okay, so now what it says, it has simplified the things. So lightweight means that the overhead of the process is kept as small as possible to maximize the amount of productive time available for getting useful work done, right? So the more lightweight software would be there, do you think imagine this way, there is a heavy application and there is a lightweight application. Okay, heavy application, you spent around 45 minutes just to wait that your computer or laptop or your gadget will stable, so that at least you can hover your mouse on certain button of the application, and by that time things get settled and you hover your mouse on certain button in the application, you find that it is done, 45 minutes is over. Lot of memories inside has consumed inside your laptop. But the moment we talk about lightweight, we quickly flip and switch between one software to another software. We can do multitasking and all. So this is saving your time as well. Okay, and faster your work is getting done. Okay, so that has to be the also intent at the end. Once application is getting developed under Agile and Scrum, and still if it is heavy, then there is a no point to follow that. Are you following it?
Yes.
Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. So that's the another intent. Then now understand, apart from lightweight, a Scrum process is a distinguished from other agile processes by specific concept and practice it. Okay, it is divided into three categories of roles, artifacts, and time boxes. We will learn every single things, what all the roles are there in the Scrum, what all the artifacts are there, and what is time boxes. Just to quickly give you an understanding about time box, is your every single sprint is a time box. Why? Because it's a time duration. Okay, so time duration has to be. And how does it your Scrum framework look like? Even we will see it just in a while. Okay, so Scrum is most often used to manage complex software and product development using iterative and incremental practices. Scrum significantly. So let's understand this one. Scrum is the most often used to manage complex software and product development using iterative and incremental practices. You understand iterative? Iterative means repetitive, incremental means what? Once I ate the first brick of the Cadbury, okay, in 1 minute, then in the same 1 minute, I will eat the second brick of the Cadbury chocolate. Okay. So what is this? This is iterative as well as incremental. Why incremental? Because it is consuming incrementally the portion of the bigger bar of the Cadbury chocolate. Are you following me so far?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how, when I am here trying to relate the consumption word with the development word. Okay. So when you are developing something, you are delivering also that to the customer, because customer has given you certain requirement. Say for example, I want to develop a software which will read out this entire PPT and explain something by doing some research or some Google search in the background, and you don't even realize that it is me speaking or the software speaking. Okay, to develop such software, I may be advised, hey, what I'll do, it has come with 3-4 features. I will give you one thing that your PPT will be created automatically. How? Then the application will search a topic, pull those information from the web and put it in a slide. Okay, that's feature number 1. So I'll deliver it first. I said, okay. Now feature number 2, what it is going to do, it is going to add speech to those text, what is available and appear and visible in the PPT. So that could be feature number 2 and can be delivered to me in the next sprint. And the feature number 3 can be what? When everything will be read, some additional reading will happen using the background search. Okay, and it will be audible as well, means it will continue to be the audible. So I would agree. So 3 feature I have to be I as a customer, I will be delivered with these 3 features. Okay, and it will be done in certain time frame. Okay, so why I was asking you, because here the entire software I quickly explained you what I wanted and how I got delivered, how I might get it delivered. So that also I explained. Not as a whole it can be delivered always, but yeah, in a small pieces, how this complete software can be delivered to me. So did you understand the software just now I talked about? If you were paying the attention, you might have heard which software. Yeah, everyone following me? Suchana and
Yes.
Nisha and
Yes.
yeah, thank you. So now the last point I'm going to tell over here is Scrum significantly increases productivity and reduce time to benefit relative to classic waterfall processes. Waterfall process you have seen yesterday in the previous chapter or previous session. Okay, how time consuming it was, and in comparison to that, Agile came into the picture to give you instantly what you were looking for, so that even you can give the feedback about it. Okay, and this Scrum processes enable organization to adjust smoothly to rapidly changing requirement. Now what may happen, just now I gave you the example of this entire study material for you, which will be self-taught. Okay, and instead of me, speech to text will be added, and you won't even realize that you are not learning from someone else. And new feature will be added like feedback. Okay, feedback means speech to text is there, but in between, what I am going to do, I would be asking the question. The speech to text will ask question to Archita. It will ask the question to Suchana. It will ask a question to Benson, and they will feel like this is live interactive session. Okay, but everything is being done by what? By the software. Okay, this is the new feature has been introduced. So the moment I come to know that this new feature is going to come, am I going to accommodate then and there? But no, we will not accommodate then and there, but we will accommodate it whenever a time comes in, depending upon the when it will be planned to integrate into the ongoing delivering software. So that's why here the word came, rapidly changing requirement. So this feedback thing was the one changed requirement, new added requirement, and produce a product that means evolving business goal. And my business goal is also advancing. An agile scrum process benefits the organization by helping it. Okay, so this is how. Now let me this is the time when I can show you how does it look, how what is the scrum flow. So in scrum flow, what you see on the leftmost side is the pile of the requirements. Every single small pieces of requirement are piled up. Okay, so one piece of requirement slides towards the right. Okay, and is discussed. Then the second priority one requirement will slide, and it will also be discussed. So when it is discussed, it is called as so understand this, what I said initially, every small pieces of requirement, this is called as product backlog item. There is a name to it. Okay, when all these requirements will be piled at one place. Okay, so that's the name. And when few handful of requirement are chosen to worked upon, okay, that is pulled in one sprint, in one time duration. That time it is called as sprint backlog. And you don't need to remember it, because it will be repeated so many times in coming days. This will get imprinted inside your mind. Okay, so you don't even need to remember it. You listen, you will talk to us, and you will see that you have mastered it. It is going to be that super duper easy for you. So yeah, so what happens when this is discussed? It is called as planning. What planning? Sprint planning. And when it has been discussed, it will be worked upon. When it will be worked upon, every single day everyone has to report what they have worked upon, on on what minute piece they have worked upon, and what they are planning to work upon, and if they're facing any challenges into that. So when this happens, it is called as daily scrum. Okay, and once every single day we do it, we find that one small requirement has been completely discussed, completely exhausted, and ready to give feedback to the client. So when we give the feedback to the client, when we give demonstration to the client, it is called as review done by client, whether they will agree to receive it or not to receive it. And then what they do, when client says yes, you can deliver that, they will deliver it. And again they will take the new backlog. New backlog means new requirement to work upon. But when they are starting to work upon the new requirement, they will also discuss something. Hey, did we do something wrong in the previous delivery? So should we correct it? Do we have any lessons learned? Do we need to apply it? Okay. So this is how it looks like. Okay. So is it little bit clear? I don't want you to master this, but is it little bit clear?
I have a question. What is daily Scrum?
So daily Scrum, just now I told you that one small piece of requirement will be taken by people, okay, and they will talk about two things. One, what they have worked upon, okay, and what they are planning to work upon, and if there any problem is there. When these three parts are daily discussed, okay, just within 10 minutes to 15 minutes by every team member, it is called as daily Scrum. Okay.
Okay.
And you don't need to just remember this forever, because it will be repeated so many times, you will be clear. So yeah, so this is what daily Scrum is. Now this Scrum comes with the values. Even like for Agile, you have seen some values. We have some values with the Scrum as well. So before we proceed, Prerna ji, do you want to add something? Okay, while Prerna ji is responding, let's see. Okay, so we have seen about the principle and values of Agile.
I'm good, Gaurav. Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
we've covered a lot in today's session.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to, share. Yeah.
So yeah, fine. So we will just see what all those 4 or 5 Scrum values are. Remember, it's all about what or whom? It's all about whom? It's all about project, customer, and team. What are 3 words? Project, customer, and team. So this is for a project, this is for a customer, and this is for a team. Okay, when these all things come into the picture, so in July 2016, the Scrum values were added in the Scrum guide. Like business analysis, there is a body of knowledge, we call it a BA-BOK. And in the similar manner, for project management, there is a body of knowledge which we call it as a PMBOK. Okay, in the similar manner, for Scrum we have Scrum guide. Okay, and you can definitely go to the website itself as scrum.org, and you will find everything is written over there like this. So there it mentions, okay, so there it mentions that there are 5 values for the Scrum. One is the courage, second is the focus, third is the commitment, and respect and openness. Okay, so what all are these? So courage is Scrum team members have courage to do the right thing and work on the tough problems. So what happens initially, team discuss on what they are going to work. So they should have the courage to pick the bigger task first, okay, or the toughest task first, and then complete it. So why and how they can do that? If they follow this trait of courage, being courageous. Okay, remember this. You should have the courage. Second one is the focus. Focus is everyone focuses on the work of the sprint and goals of the Scrum team. So everyone is focused to finish one story or one requirement first and then move to the second. When the focus is directed at one center, the possibility of consumption or delivery or accomplishment of that becomes higher. And that's why the focus trait comes into the picture. Do you follow courage and focus so far, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And when you
Yes.
will understand, not very technical jargon are these are simple mindset and soft skill term. Okay, that we need to adopt as a trait for our mindset and the way we respond to the project. So third one comes as commitment. People personally commit to achieve the goals of the Scrum team. So it is like it's not that it's not that there is a manager always on your head asking you to do something and completing something, but in fact it is your personal commitment. It's your personal commitment. Based on that, you yourself follow on yourself and you will complete and ready to commit to complete. Okay. The fourth one comes as a respect. So when we are talking about respect, Scrum team members respect each other to be capable, independent people. So even when you will find that one person is not good at certain thing, that a tester cannot become a BA or BA cannot become a tester at initial point of time. But if he has this capability of identifying the defects, okay, so he may not do justification in the creating the document. Okay, but a created document can be proofread or can be filtered further for the correction by the tester. But the business analyst is good in analyzing the system. Okay, so both have a different style of working, and they come together in a team. They will complement each other towards an accomplishment of a task, and that difference we need to respect. And for that, openness is needed. The Scrum team and its stakeholder agree to be open about all the work and the challenges with performing the work. And even if you need to lend your ears to the team to understand a new idea which will add value to the software or the customer, you must do that. And for that, this openness is the requirement. So on this note, I want to invite few of you to ask me question, and we will just stop over here. So any questions so far in the Scrum value: courage, focus, commitment, respect, and openness? These are more theory today. Okay, in the next session we will see and we'll start experiencing as if we are working for a project. Okay, so this is how, from where we will be shifting the gears. The initial sessions were just understanding about the Agile and Scrum. Today, we understood the theory and the concept and some trait and some virtues of the Scrum practitioner. Yes, and thereby Scrum values. And next sessions will be helping you to get the more experience towards a working software. So any question? So this question is to everyone. If any question, you can ask. Otherwise, I will have some question. Okay. So Archita, Suchana, Benson, or Nisha. All right. If not, so next when we will meet on Sunday night. But there is a slight change. The slight change of time is that based on the study how people are attending, like today Nirupma is not there, we are shifting by 15 minutes time further. Okay, so till now you were coming here at 8:30. Instead we will meet at 8:45. Okay, and again, remember to follow every single pillar. So how we will be working: you will attend Friday night session, then Saturday session you need to draw. On Saturday you need to draw and summarize. In fact, forget about Saturday, Sunday even. So let's do in this way: Friday you learn here, Saturday, Sunday you relax, but you can at least draw whatever you have learned. Okay, then Sunday night you will have another session that you can utilize on Monday by drawing and submitting one summary. Tuesday you attend the RRRP session. Okay, Wednesday pick the second session and summarize that and submit that. Okay, verification from us. Okay, once
I
we
have a
up.
question. I have a question. Sorry for interruption.
Yes,
So,
Suchana.
what we have to draw?
Oh yeah, that's a wonderful question. So do you remember the core values we were discussing initially at the
Yes.
start of the lecture? There I talked about a golden quadrant of learning. Do you
Yes.
remember that? In golden quadrant of learning, I talked about declare before you learn. You remember that? And we did a declaration by giving a self clap and high five, self high
Yes.
five. Yeah.
Mhm.
After declaration, you do a learning, and the moment you learn, you draw that. And the moment you learn, you draw that. You can draw like anything. Once you will go back, you can take a piece of paper, and whatever you remember, you just draw that, scribe it on the piece of paper. Okay. So that whatever you remember, that you need to draw. Okay, like I was sharing this mind map with you initially. You can use the similar term, and you can draw the things. Okay, like on your piece of paper you can draw like this. Like you see here, this is also kind of a drawing, right? Can you see
Okay.
on the screen?
You mean whatever we have to summarize and make points?
No. That's not the order. You have to first draw and then go to summary. Then you need to summarize. Clear that? So declaration has been done before this learning today. You have learned now. Now go back, pick a piece of paper, and whatever you remember, you draw that. And when you are summarizing, Archita, Suchana, you can show that in the camera. Hey, this is my drawing, and I am going to explain this, whatever I have remembered and whatever I have drawn. Now, is it clear, Suchana? Or I have posted one video recently, just yesterday, I guess, or 2 days back. Okay, that is from the previous batch. In that batch, you will find that how students have summarized the thing. So it is from one of the batch where they were just summarizing the things. So one or two students have flaunted the drawing also on the screen, that how they have drawn, and they have summarized it. So that's 7 minutes of video you can watch, and you will have the idea that how you will summarize and how you will draw. Will that be helpful, Suchana?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So but rest of you, are you do you understand what do I mean by drawing and summarizing? This is a step, this is a way to learn at the deeper level. Why we need to do that? See, when you declare, you create a new space in your mind for new network of neuro connection. Okay, to make that stronger, what you do, you learn. To make that even stronger, you draw. And when you teach that, or when you summarize that, you make it the toughest connection in your brain. And that's the whole game behind this golden quadrant of learning, so that it will retain in your memory forever. It should not happen like you are done with one session and you don't even remember what you learned last time. So there is a science behind it, and that's why you need to follow. Okay, you need to declare, you need to learn, you need to draw, and then you need to summarize. Is it clear, Benson, Archita, and Suchana, and Nisha?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So on this note, I want to ask Benson. Benson, one word from today's learning. Today's.
Uh, I would say customer requirement.
Custom,
Requirement.
customer
Customer.
requirement. Okay,
Yeah.
customer is the one word, and customer requirement. Fine. Call out someone's name on the screen, Benson.
Uh, Suchna.
Suchana. Suchana, what do you feel like saying, Suchana?
Um,
Yeah, Sujana, we can hear.
Yeah, I'm just thinking so many things we have studied today.
What do you remember, or what do you one thing you feel like saying? Any one word that will suffice.
Self-organizing.
Self-organizing. Okay, you collected what you learned from. Amazing. Call out someone's name, Suchana.
Benson is done. Archita.
Arshita, what do you feel like saying?
Like teamwork for the project.
Teamwork for the project. Brilliant. Call out someone's name on the screen, Arshita.
Nisha.
Nishaji, what do you feel like saying?
Sprint.
Sprint. Call out someone's name on the screen.
Prernaji.
Prernaji.
Yes, today's session was super informative, lot of new concepts and very interesting information about Agile. And thank you so much for all of your cooperation. And I'll just recommend you watching this video once again for better understanding. Over to you, Gaurav.
Thank you so much. Now just take a note of the new time. 15 minutes we have shifted. And we'll see you on next Sunday night, 8:45. And till then, just have fun and relax. And remember, the golden quadrant of learning is a really super new addition in the last 3 batches, and it has been doing wonders. Follow that. Thank you so much. Bye-bye and
Thank
good
you.
night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.